What's up, dudes? Max here, back with a quick update for Injustice 2. As many of you guys know, Black Manta was shown off on the Combat Cast Watchtower stream earlier today, and we finally got a good look at what the character is going to play like outside of the base trailer, because I think a lot of us were kind of impressed with the way Black Manta looked and was presented in that trailer, and he did seem like kind of an interesting character and was overall very badass. But the way a lot of characters have played have not led me to be super interested in continuing to play as them. I think the character I like the most in the game right now is possibly Sub-Zero, but it is a bit challenging to use the guy, and I don't see a ton of people really using him much anymore, especially in tournament. So it really boils down to, I want a character that's fun to play and one that I could really mesh with, like really enjoy playing, and that character just hasn't happened in Injustice 2 yet, but that could change pretty soon. So we saw Black Manta today in full motion, seeing a lot of his combat abilities, and the character seems really fast up close. He seems like he's an overall mixed character. He has an overhead to a low attack, which is very reminiscent of Mortal Kombat X, and that 50-50 mix-up. He also has some other attacks that seem pretty good and very fast from close range that lunge forward, so it seems like this guy is going to be good from a close to mid-range distance. And also, you start looking at the different special moves he has. He has this I-beam that actually does not go full screen, that is like mid-range distance as well. And he also has a different lunging attack, which is decent for full screen punishing, but actually I think it was also his wake-up attack. And the funny thing is that it's very similar to Blue Beetle's like diving sword move where he jumps up and leaps across the screen. It's a very similar move, also his wake-up, so you'll be seeing it a lot. He's got a grappling hook that is a pretty decent combo ender from what was explained. The thing that was shown after it, which is something that is a natural combo extension, which is his first go-to, like, meter burn, you get a back 3 or a forward 3 kind of combo extension, is his homing missiles, which is on his back. He launches this missile that locks onto the opponent and tracks them and blows up, and if you meter burn it, it pops them up even higher, allowing you to get a back 3 and go for full combo. But the thing is, this thing can be interrupted. If he is touched at any point during this, it's kind of similar to Predator's disc in Mortal Kombat X. It's there until you get hit and then it vanishes. It is technically his one go-to projectile, but it's a very slow projectile and definitely not seemingly to be used at full screen and tossing them out willy-nilly. It's absolutely not something for that. It's more for an assistance tool, a mix-up tool, and things of that nature. Now, the thing that had me the most excited about Black Manta, which only really complements one other character in Injustice 2 right now, is his teleport move. Now, naturally, teleport moves are supposed to get you in or behind the opposition or just bring you to the opposition to make them rethink what they're going to do in terms of projectiles. Not many characters in this game can actually do that as of right now. Technically, Scarecrow has a teleport, but it's way too slow for it to actually be actively used more than every once in a while. There is one other character that has something like this, which is Supergirl, that does the screen flip teleport, and that's actually a great move, effective against zoners, and makes zoners have to rethink what they're doing, especially on meter burn. You get a full combo after, and believe it or not, Black Manta is one of the other few characters that gets this. His teleport goes under the ground, pops right up in front of the opposition, and is the ultimate thing to blow up somebody that is constantly throwing projectiles. This is what I've wanted in Injustice 2 for a long time, and this is one of the reasons why I found Batgirl to be so much fun in the first Injustice, is that the game was so projectile heavy, we finally had a character that made the opposition think twice about just throwing fireballs or throwing projectiles from a full screen distance over and over and over again, and being rewarded for it. Now, with Black Manta in Injustice 2, you do have to think twice about it because he has a teleport get-in move that can lead to full combo off of meter burn, but similar to Batgirl, it's extremely unsafe. This is one of those things where it's a high risk, high reward, where if it's blocked or you miss or something like that, you're gonna get punished really hard if the opponent is ready for it. But if you're able to respond or get a good read or have them think twice about what they're doing, and when they make that decision, you go in with it, you're gonna get rewarded for it, which is what I like. Like, I just want tools in this game to make people think twice about doing projectiles from full screen, and meter burn teleport, as many of us have played the game over the past few months, can tell you isn't always a good option and usually ends up resulting in wasted meter. So I'm thrilled Black Manta has that. I'm thrilled he has a way to get in on zoning characters. I'm really happy he's more effective at close and mid-range. And I'm also really happy that he is one of the first characters in the game to have a natural flight. His character trait is flying around for a limited period of time. He doesn't go extremely fast, but he can just perform regular flight and move around. And you can sort of cancel this into other buttons while you're moving around in the flight pattern, which is really sick and probably going to lead to some disgusting looking combos. Overall, I think Black Manta looks awesome. I can talk more about his gear moves, but we all know gear moves, they're really cool until you realize that you can barely use them or every once in a while, and you have to play the game a whole bunch to get more of them and try to get more of them, and it's random. Gear moves are the one thing that kind of upsets me the most about Injustice 2 because it seems to be the coolest aspect of the characters, but right now at least Black Manta seems to have most of the coolest moves and most effective ones on his core character design, which is fantastic. Not to mention the one thing that always kind of griped me about Black Manta was his crazy helmet. And you can change that with gear. We saw a couple different gear designs where the helmet looked dramatically different. The guy kind of reminds me of Fulgor in some ways with the eye laser and everything like that. So there's a few things about this character that is very much meshing with the things I want and I'm looking for in Injustice 2. And I just hope it's gonna turn out well. I tried Minot in Street Fighter V. She looked really cool in the trailers, but when I played her, I was like, I don't know, maybe not. She looks great, but we'll see. Same thing with Starfire. The more I played her, the more I was like, I don't know if this character's for me because she was only really effective from the long-range distance. Like I said, I'm just looking for a character that meshes with me in Injustice 2 that makes me really enjoy the game. And while I do like certain characters like Scarecrow and playing as Swamp Thing and Robin to an extent, I don't love playing as them or love the characters. So we'll see. Maybe Black Manta will be my new Batgirl. I don't know as of right now. I'm very much excited for Hellboy to see what he turns into. And I hope Black Manta is as sick as he looks in this demonstration. I will be very happy. As always, dudes, thank you a ton for watching. If you want to actually see more Injustice 2 content on the channel, please let me know. It's one of the games that I haven't put a lot of time into with all the other fighting games that are out there right now. And there's a bunch more stuff happening very soon with Dragon Ball FighterZ and Marvel Infinite, so stay tuned. It's going to be a crazy September. As always, guys, thanks a ton. My name is Max, and I'll see you next time.